So today is day one of the Homesteaders of America Convention 2021. We just finished our first session. They have different vendors set up, food trucks. Right now we're on a little 30-minute break before we go to the next class. Quite a bit of vendors set up here. So you just got out of your first class. What was yours?
I don't remember.
It was about raising healthy livestock. How was it?
Boring.
Really?
No, I'm kidding. It was interesting.
Stop taunting me.
Got to make sure you have the right animals in the right spot, and you got to move people around, and you can't keep them in
Move people. You sound like Alec. That's our 19-year-old.
We call all of our birds and livestock.
He says I took care of the people in the back. I took care of the people in the front. And it sounds like we have people all over.
You gotta move the people. You gotta move all the different animals and not leave them in one spot for too long.
It's called what? Breeding
you gotta keep ducks with
breeding the vet out, I think was yours.
You gotta keep ducks with ducks and geese with geese and chickens with layers and meat birds with meat birds. Animals that are going to wound your animals, you need to not have them together.
All right.
Setup that you can do to help reduce the chances of that happening, because it's always going to be a risk, it's always possible, but you can certainly help them out. And the first is going to be the use of a bumper. So you can, this is a bad photo, I can show you the next one. But a bumper is essentially going to be a board that goes around the perimeter of whatever it is that you're using for them to farrow in. And what it does is it creates a gap in between the wall and the boulder.
Day two, headed to Front Royal, Virginia from Winchester. It's where we stayed last night. The event was really good yesterday. There was a few, kinks in it because there was a lot more people there than have been in the past, which that's a really awesome thing because that just shows that more and more people are wanting to live, a more self-sustainable lifestyle and wanting to get started and make a difference. We talked to a lot of people in the different lines we were in yesterday for like the bathrooms and to get in and stuff. So, some people may look at that as a negative, but it was actually a really good thing because we got to, spend time talking to people, like-minded people that we may not have met. And some of them that we were talking to have just recently got land. They haven't even, really gotten animals, but they're taking the first step to researching and learning more to figure out what they want to do. There were some really good takeaways from the events that I went to yesterday. I'll have to ask Bo later, what he learned. But some of the good takeaways that I learned from, especially with Doug and Stacy, is they were talking about know your land and don't just get every type of animal or do everything just based on what you see people on YouTube doing. Make sure it's something that you want. Start small and think about, especially because we're 40 and 41 and recently got started in this lifestyle, and Doug and Stacy are older and they got started at an older age as well. And so one of the things they were saying is it's fine to make everything spaced out far away when you're young, but as you get older, things change. So he was suggesting that, you know, like their fruit trees are like right outside of their front door. Like they have their orchard in their front drive. That way they're not having to carry the apples all the way, you know, through acres and acres. And some other, you know, things that they were talking about is having an outdoor kitchen, you know, especially if you're going to have like a wood burning stove. You want to have an outdoor kitchen so that you're not heating up your house and everything. And then they also have their garden and their outdoor kitchen right by their house, so that she can take, you know, the items straight from the garden to the outdoor kitchen and then further to the house. So I learned a lot more tips, but that was just a little tidbit of what we learned yesterday. You learn anything interesting off the top of your head that you want to talk about at 6:40 in the morning?
Just something that to keep in mind, you know, what animals you decide to get. There's a right way to keep an animal and a wrong way to keep an animal, and you want to make sure you keep your animals clean, keep their bedding clean, change it out, you know, periodically, or use the deep litter method. Kind of speaking for chickens, keep layer birds with layer birds and meat birds with meat birds, and then also take the time to, chickens get muddy, take the time to actually wash them off, you know, actually clean them, and while they're still alive, not dead, but clean them. So
look, there's a sign. We missed it yesterday because or you may have seen it yesterday driving. I didn't see it.
No, we didn't see it because
So yes, there's the, what do you see? Because the light, Warren County Fairgrounds. It's where we're headed. We're what? How far away?
we're here.
Oh, we're here. So there's some people that stayed in RVs, and then they had a little limited amount of tent as well. I'm curious how much that was, because that'd be kind of something interesting to do in, you know, future years.
It wasn't too extremely hot either, so.
Yeah, the weather was really nice. We brought light jackets just because, you know, we're not sure of the you know, weather changes here. And you know, I heard from one of the speakers that grew up in the mountains here in Virginia, and she was talking about raising bees over the winter. And one of the things that she was saying is, you know, our temperatures are from 30 to 70, and it's going to fluctuate, you know, between that back and forth all day, you know. And so anyway, so we had our jackets on in the beginning, and then throughout the day I took it off at a later time, but it still was never hot, you know. Even at one of the times that the tent was kind of a little bit full, and so I was kind of towards the back, you know, almost standing outside, which was nice, you know, to have a break from sitting. But I would have been like baking in Texas if I had been in Texas, you know. So we're here. We're gonna go park. We got here early. One of the other things, you know, there was, you know, an issue with some of the ones that come later to park.
We parking this way?
Are you attending or vending? Or
attending.
Okay, so you'll go straight ahead to that man in the vest, and he'll get you parked. But wait, hold on. It's a little
congested. Yeah.
I think they were letting people cross.
Okay.
But there was a little bit of congestion with the parking yesterday. So we got here a little bit earlier today. Like I said, it's 6:47. It's not starting until, I think the open ceremony is like 8 to 8:15. But we wanted to be able to get settled and walk around and find a good seat. So excited, ready for day 2.